The enemy continues to launch indiscriminate strikes on the Russian border region, including Belgorod region. Damage has been recorded in more than 10 settlements, with no casualties. Meanwhile, fierce fighting continues in the war zone along the entire line of contact. In the Kupiansk section, Russian troops are advancing in Sinkivka, while the enemy is preparing a new defense line to the south. In the Soledar direction, Russian troops are attacking in 3 areas at once. On the southern flank of Bakhmut, the Russian armed forces have seized the tactically important height 235.7 north of Klishchiivka. To the northwest, Russian paratroopers continue their assault from the direction of the Berkivska Reservoir. At the moment, fierce fighting is taking place over an important AFU stronghold in the Valyanovsky nursery. In addition, Russian fighters also stepped up their offensive in north of Soledar. Russian armed forces units managed to cut into the enemy's defenses along the railway line east of the village of Vesely. In Donetsk direction, Russian troops continue their operation to capture the Avdiivka fortification. On the northern flank, Russian troops are fighting for the forest belts in the direction of Novokalinov and are also clearing Petrivka. On the southern flank, Russian armed forces are concentrating their efforts on hitting enemy facilities near the Vinogradniki garden community. Meanwhile, to the west of Avdiivka, Russian assault units are entrenching themselves on the previously occupied lines near Sheverne. At the same time, the enemy launched massive strikes on residential neighborhoods in Donetsk during the celebrations of the Day of the AFU. A total of 4 people were killed in the region that day, and another 30 civilians were injured. In the Vremivka sector, Russian troops managed to conduct a successful sortie from the direction of Priutne, taking up positions in one of the wooded areas. At the same time, massive strikes continue against enemy facilities and concentrations along the entire line of contact. In the Orikhiv sector, Russian armed forces continue to repel occasional attempts at attacks by the AFU near Verbov. At the same time, Russian assault units are conducting a localized offensive west of Robotine. In the Kherson direction, the AFU made several attempts to expand their zone of control south of the so-called greenhouses in Krinky. Nevertheless, as a result of precise air and bombing strikes by Russian troops, the enemy retreated. At the same time, the Ukrainian command continues to concentrate significant forces in the areas of Ochakivska and Kobleva. It is from this area that the next attempt to land the AFU on the direction of the Kinburn Peninsula, Hola Pristan, may come.